Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fleet's Fleet Fumbles. Oh, it's been so long since I did one. I forgot the name, and we're back continuing the save that we had from Sunday. Well, when you see this, it will be a week since that was actually streamed, and I will be in Japan. And obviously then there'll be another one after this. And the plan is there will be 4 of these to keep you all entertained, or at least keep some activity on my channel while I'm away in Japan. At least outside of things that are happening. If everything's gone to toffee and the world's on fire, then this will stand as a record of the point when the world wasn't on fire. But, well, as of right now, the world is fine. So let's keep going forwards with this game. So, when last we left our band of intrepid hero, well, you know, probably best not to say that about fascist Germans. When last we left our nation, we were in the middle of invading southward into. Oh, I've just realised we're at war with them as well. Yeah, we need to hold. We need to hold where we are. We can't really afford to be doing too much nonsense here. We don't really have the... Jeez. Good gravy, I mean, look at it. The world's going to toffee in a handbasket. Well, this world is anyway. I mean, really, look at it. It's absolutely off its nut. I mean, I shit you not. Well, I need to win... once again, we're in that same situation. I need to win in the west. So I can fight in the east. Well. Oh, good lord. My PC doesn't quite know how to handle this whole shebang. Unfortunately. Oh, good lord. Did one of the factions just collapse on me? It's possible. It'd be interesting if it did. Jesus, did the entire game's faction structure get reworked? Oh, good lord. Oh, Jesus, that's why. I don't know what just happened, but, well, something nearly went quite horribly wrong. Where the deuce are you? Well, you need to be folded into the main army, then. Yeah, because basically we now have to hold the entire frontage. Unfortunately, we don't really have a choice in the matter. Much as I'd rather not hold down an entire front's worth, I don't really have a choice. Yeah, this really is not ideal. Not what I'd call the best idea in the world at all. But, well, what can you do about it? We need to start knocking these various factions down. At least that's the plan. Well, our armor's arrived, so hopefully that will enable us to break through to various parts of the frontage. I hope. Well, we've managed to secure another western supply dump, which is something. Yeah, they got more vicious fighting in the west again. The rest of these fronts are... No. We basically have to hold as best we can. Otherwise, good gravy, are we in trouble? And big trouble indeed. Oh, don't tell me.
Zuhören!
Why? Who? What idiot in the planning staff's idea was that? I mean, really? Good lord. The game really is... Well, it's really taxing my new PC to the limit, this. But...
Befehle?
Well, by keeping the Swedes down and out at least, that's helping me there.
Ausrücken!
Oh, apparently we're ready to commit to another full-scale frontal attack. Not that I'm complaining, not at all. I mean... I'd rather have more in the way of armor and firepower. I need it. I can't break through without it, and believe me, we've tried. You've all seen it. But with our assault rifles, we are at least able to batter through some parts of it. Knocking a significant amount of countries out will help us significantly. The problem is, of course, actually getting it done. And therein lies the rub. It's actually getting it done that's the problem.
Befehle?
Also, their control of that supply dump that needs to be taken off them. And taking them off them rapidly. Have jets at least, that's something. We can get radar. Radar's a good idea. Right.
Befehle?
If we can punch a hole through...
Befehle?
If we could punch a hole through their lines, that'll work. Just about. Not perfectly, but it will work. Well, our central areas are no longer under significant threat. So I can throw these fighters at friendly forces that really do need them. AKA our panzers. If only I had more bombers. And I need them. Luckily our bombers are doing the work. Even if we've had to call in some of the older Dornier 23 to form frontline squadrons again. Still, the fighters that we're facing are no match for our Heinkel 100s. We totally dominate the skies. And cast damage is literally beating away through the frontage. Rather significantly, actually. There we are, and now we have additional armor as well. We have to hold the line as best we can. But luckily we should be able to hold the line. Our forces are a little bit overstretched on the Eastern Front, but not significantly so. The problem is, of course, breaking through various parts of the front. Although it does seem again that we are once more punching our way westward. Oh, more production output? That's not a bad idea. Well, he says. Mass production, that's good as well. There we go. If we can punch through there and seize that forward supply dump, we'll once again be on our way forwards. Problem is cleaning up this northern pocket full of troops. And if Minsk falls, then we're in an even better position. Oh, Czechoslovakia as well, then. And that means I need another blocking force. Well, I need an... Unless I actually commit the panzers to to, once they've punched through, drive north into Czechoslovakia and create a new front line. It'd be risky. It'd be the first time the Panzers have been deployed that way, and they don't have any air cover. But in theory, it's doable.
Bereit.
Although the Czechs aren't in effect. Although the Czechs aren't in affection. Of course, they're attempting to raid our oil fields. I'm not particularly surprised, but I'm also not particularly worried. We're doing well. We have to keep punching westwards, even if it hurts us to do so. And with our Panzer IIIs, it's not enough. We just can't break them. And once again, the lines in the east are more than a little bit frayed. The problem is that no one can break anyone else as it stands right now.
Abstand halten. Ziel analysiert.
Even my armored formations are not the stuff they once were. Well, once were, never were, sorry. Even my armor, with all its speed and firepower, is still only really able to break what it's allowed to break.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Yeah, we're not able to break the front line in the west again. Oh. Oh. It doesn't have a railway connection. Well, we can fix that pretty sharpish. Pretty sharpish indeed. Shouldn't take us long at all. And then we have supply dumps and they don't. Well, no, they do, clearly. It's... See it. What we need is more... Well... You know... More, basically. I just need more. Okay. Well, that's something, at least. The fascist power of the North coming into the war against the Paraguayans and their allies, which is something. I mean, that is something, at least. That might take some pressure off the Eastern Front, which would be nice. Well, we've managed to take up some territory here, which is nice. Oh my god, the planes. The planes. No, the planes. The planes. Okay. Basically, we just have to attack, wait for our forces to rebuild, then attack again. They're suffering from bad supply and no air support. Jesus. We have to win this war. This war is no longer about winning the game. This war is now about the stability of the game long term. We have to crush the AI. Good lord. Oh my god, we can't. We can't break them. Holy shit. They won't. They won't break. Oh my god, no wonder that's why they're calling all the people into the war. Please stop.
Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken!
Well, that's good. We can cut that link between those two forces. Well. Oh, logistics wizard. Extra supplies?
Zuhören!
Nice. That's very helpful. What's our mix of panzers, by the way? Panzer 1, Panzer 2, and limited amounts of Panzer 3. But it's mostly still Panzer 1s. Oh, cool. New fighters. Not really feeling TA-152, if I'm honest. I mean, I have jet engines. I do have early jets. Do have early jet engines. Yeah, I can. I can have the Heinkel, Oh, what was it? Oh, hang on. I've got to look this up. That's it. The Heinkel 280. There we go. Elliptical wings. We can't have any modifications for the engines, which is a bit annoying. That's fine. It's still a significant improvement over what's come before. And now we have jets. We have jet fighters now. We have jets. This early.
Ihre Befehle?
I mean, I'm not complaining, far from it. But wait, I can get modern. I can already jump to moderns? Hell yeah. It's a great idea.
Zuhören!
No, we're going to keep the information classified about our nuclear reactors. We don't want the AI getting a hint of what's happening. That would not be ideal for us, I think.
Suchen Deckung!
Push back, that's fine. We are holding on the Eastern Front. It's a bit of a slog, but we are holding. Has Dictatorial Guinea actually pushed in from the line of contact, or has been pushed back from the line of contact? Judging by the fact that Nationalist the Gambia is now back from the dead, I would guess they've pushed in, although in certain places they have been pushed back from the line of contact. Oh, good lord. Yeah, no, yeah, they've had their nose pushed in there. Jesus. Yeah, it's not what you'd call it's not all it's cracked up to be, this massive global war that just will not end. And I wish it would. There we go. Oh, good lord, look at that. That's just... That's just... Oh, my lord.
Vorrücken!
What a horrible war this is. I mean... Just... Yeah, I think I might need another... I may need another 24 hold... I may need another holding force. Just because... Well, first of all, we also should probably bulk out the holding force on the Eastern Front, now that I think about it. Probably to enable more division of forces up and down the line, I think. Probably for the best and all that. Yeah, probably. Now, as long as nobody breathes, we're fine. Well, at least that southern front ended. Luckily. Fighting everybody, as we are. And still no closer to founding a navy. Shame that.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Well. These holding divisions are gonna hold the Czech front against the Czechs, and then we can swing around and then push through. Basically, push through all the way to. Well, all the way to the Soviet Union, and crushing nations such as Britain, the Manchu Republic, Yunnan, along the way. At least that's the thinking. It is a somewhat longer-term operation, I will grant you, and it's not without its risks. But overall, it offers the best chance of victory that I've seen so far. Since without doing that, we're stuck in, well, this long, bloody, horrific slog across Europe that nobody's really keen on. Least of all me. Well, our armour is at least acquitting itself well. That's what I will say. And of course, we just do have flat-out better infantry equipment than anyone else on the planet. Since, you know, we have select fire assault rifles now. There we go.
Ausrücken.
Yeah, we can't really push without additional kit. Kit we don't have right now. Kit we will absolutely get, but that we don't have right now. Rocketry. Oh. Ah, miniature fighters. Aerial hangars. Right. Improved aircraft construction. That'll help. And give us funkier wing shapes to work with. Recon aircraft we don't really need. But I probably need advanced large airframes, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to build the aircraft that are going to carry the funny device that my scientists are working on. Honestly, I have so much population, I can just go to total mobilization. I have that much population. I don't even need to leave volunteer only. That's how many people I can throw at this problem. The problem has never been population, it has always been industry. No, I don't want to build Heinkel 117s if I can avoid it. They're all Heinkel 117s. I don't want to build a Heinkel 117. Please don't make me. I will wait until I get the research for the better airframes because I don't want to build a Heinkel 117. No. I don't want to do it. It's not my favorite thing. No, I don't want to do it.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
There we go.
Achtung.
Oh, if we punch a hole through the check lines there, that helps us with our assault against the other gentleman.
Achtung.
And I will admit, the Czechs put up a good fight, but quite frankly, they've not had the experience of the wars we've been fighting. They're just not ready. In literally any way, they are not ready to fight us. They have not experienced the sort of grinding conflicts that we have experienced. In short, they're just not ready. In any way that matters. That is goofy. That is a very goofy airframe. That is not what I was expecting. That is a very goofy airframe. Look at that. That is really not what I expected at all.
Befehle. Zuhören. Ihre Befehle. Zuhören.
Now we've just made a mockery of the entire concept of a front line. We've just broken through so completely and utterly as to basically render the whole concept of a front
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
basically moot.
Achtung. Achtung.
There we go.
Ihre Befehle.
Good gravy.
Befehle.
I mean, Jiminy Christmas, we've just broken a hole. We've just broken a hole so large a bus can sail through it.
Ihre Befehle.
Good lord. I'd call it embarrassing, but well, the poor old,
Ihre Befehle.
well, I mean, what would you make of it? It is embarrassing. Well, the monastic commune of Tibet has gone under, thank God.
Angetreten.
And then we can bring in these gentlemen to guard this front. I mean, it's currently on the offensive, but they will readapt, and then they will put a stop to it. So, politely, we need to make sure that they don't do that.
Bereit. Achtung.
Although, given the way things have just gone,
Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
I am actually tempted just to tell my tanks to go. Like, at this point, the front lines are in tatters. They really can't stop us.
Achtung.
There's so little they could do to stop us at this point. This is basically us pulling off a bloody Operation Bagration. That's what this is.
Achtung. Zuhören. Zuhören.
There we go.
Achtung.
Come on. Come on, bring in the garrison division. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get on the trains. Go, 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 go. We need more fighters. We need more jets. We need more jets, damn it. Okay, so once we've got this force... Basically, I think I'm basically dealing with each of my threats one at a time.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
And bringing in additional forces where that's not possible to hold the line. I need more tanks, and more aircraft, and more aircraft with the tanks, and more tanks with the aircraft, and the full 9 yards, and everything else. And now I need to move my divisions from one front to another very, very rapidly. I mean, I admire that duplicity there, the Czechs, but it's not going to help them much. I am coming for Berlin. I will not be denied. Berlin will be reclaimed. I will not be denied.
Befehle.
And it's brave of them to try and deny me. And now we're going to commit to an offensive again, along the entire frontage. Basically down to the fact that, yeah, we're basically ready, and there's not going to be a better time than this.
Zeigt es ihnen.
If I convert these to light infantry, I could probably make an offensive push into Sweden. Down that railway line and at least push them to here. I'll give them time to battle plan it, but it's possible. It's very possible, in fact. Stand up a squadron of old fighters and bombers. Provide some backup to that force with air power. Old air power, but still. And given the severely weakened state of the forces on that flank, a breakthrough is not only possible, but likely. Panzer expert. Yep. It's not perfect, but it'll do.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yep, there we go. We're going to tell them to launch the offensive. Just those forces are so weak, they're not going to be able to stop us. Untermen and Fuzalber. I thought I was read that Untermen and Fazbear. Is that the funny Fazbear? Oh, God, oh, God, brain rot's starting to get to me, folks. It's starting to get to me. Nice. Sturmgewehr. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we may have been a little bit preemptive in the creation of the defense zone, but that's all right. We'll soon have a new one once our forces in the north break and defeat those Swedes, and we picked the perfect time for it. It is summer, and summer is the time for the summer offensives after all. Socialist Republic of Austria's back after I just capitulated them. They won't die. As annoying as it is, they just won't die.
Ihre Befehle.
Right, okay. Who is assigned to this division? Right, that's most of your division. I need you to recontain that little pocket there. The offensive's been going fine without you so far. It should be fine to go without you for a little while longer. We need to recontain that pocket and ideally actually kill the Czechs. If we can. We may not be able to, but we shall see.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yeah, we need to push them back. While continuing to push the other front westwards as best we can. And also pushing westwards on this front.
Ausrücken.
And getting what encirclements we can. Holding in the east as best we can. A lot of these fronts are pretty balked, World War I style affairs. But we're doing the best we can with what we've got. And they're putting the entire offensive at risk. Yeah, they're putting the entire offensive at risk. But luckily, they're also hanging themselves out on a noose to die. So, that's nice. Oh, super heavy artillery. Very nice indeed. Right. It's a hell of a slog, this. I mean, good lord. Who leads this flying umbrella, anyway? Is it still... Yeah, it's still Burma. Jesus, look at that. So many. The Empire of Harar is just holding out in Trondheim, fighting a desperate guerrilla action in the mountains.
Angetreten.
It's becoming abundantly clear that the Czechs can't fight my regulars. And they're not keen on trying either. I do just wish this war would be over. I mean, to be fair, with even then, if I don't, even if I stop the war will still go on and there'll be no end to the lag. So, I may as well keep fighting while I'm in it and try.
Auf geht's! Angetreten.
And nobble the AI. We can but hope. I need more troops. I don't have enough. I need another. I need another full army to stop that northern offensive.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Auf geht's!
You've not got motorized supply. That needs to be fixed. It just will not give.
Zuhören. Bereit.
They will not give up at all.
Angetreten.
No matter what's thrown at them. Well, we're now into eastern Poland. And what was Lithuania, which is considerable progress considering where we started. Talk about crossing half a continent in force of arms. I mean, Jesus. Hit your heart out. Good lord, look at it. This war is a messy, complicated affair. And, well,
Angetreten.
it's proving to be a lot more difficult to
Zuhören.
punch through than I'd like to admit.
Los, ausrücken.
Well,
Zuhören.
there we go. And we are at least able to now restabilize the northern frontiers, at least.
Weiter, weiter.
At least if we can retake Vitebsk, we'll push them back off our frontline areas. How are our aircraft doing? So, most of variants of Heinkel 100. We've got some BF-109s still around. But Heinkel 280s are coming in on strength now in a major way. I still need more tanks. I have an appetite for light tanks in my economy, just good lord. The attrition rates must be abysmal. With a gas turbine engine. Gas turbine driven light tanks, I mean, good lord. The crews must have headaches from the whine of the bloody things all the time.
Bereit zum
Poor
Ausrücken.
German tank crews.
Achtung.
Ow. Well,
Bereit. Achtung.
there we go. Yeah, the east is holding. Just about. Not perfectly, mind you, but we have just enough strength to hold where we are for now.
Achtung.
And now those troops are trained, I can probably convert them into infantry divisions that will actually hold the line.
Achtung. Vorrücken.
Which means I can then send the normal divisions back. Since our infantry divisions absolutely will hold the line.
Angetreten.
Our regulars are just that good.
Abstand halten. Greift weiter an.
There we go, we can hold that offensive while we re-equip ourselves. Good lord, we just cannot seem to break them. So if I can kill all of them, which is significant, and then I can kill all of them, which is significant. So many people to kill. But once they're capitulated, they hopefully die. So I'm fighting the European Combine, and I think it's just I think it is just the European Combine I'm fighting, nobody else. There's some individual states that I'm fighting, but yeah, it's just the Combine. Well, that's fine. The Combine will be dealt with eventually, but they're basically trying to spread world revolution, and we're trying to stop them, in essence. If you want the long and the short of it, which is, well, where we are. And now we've managed to get ourselves to a position where we are stopping the Czechs cold, which is good. And our air force is just now trading really well over the German. Holy shit. What are those? FF7 Hawk. Shit, they've actually showed up with aircraft that aren't fucking biplanes. I mean, they're still trading at like 4-to-1 loss ratios, which is not exactly what I'd call ideal, but Probably not helped by my very skillful pilots. Go. Night fighting. Yes, branch independent spirit. And centralized control. Our aircraft are the best in the world, but we need to make sure they're controlled properly and make sure they are used. And the north as well.
Auf geht's!
I can punch through to Leningrad. Nice if we could.
Angetreten! Bereit!
Right, another full army group. It's probably just what's needed to punch a hole clean through the lines in eastern Poland. But, wow. I don't know whether I'm going to get it. Jesus, they've concentrated so much in the way of kit here in the east. Their supply situation's got to be abysmal. And so will mine be when I come to punch them. When I come to punch them back the other way.
Bereit!
Well, we have some twin brothers serving in the German army, which is, well, it's one of the ways, I guess, to serve in the new empire. There we go. Well, Jesus Christ, the losses. Jesus Christ, the rate we're going, nearly 1 billion people will die in this war if casualties keep increasing at the rate they are.
Ihre Befehle? Bereit! Bereit! Bereit!
Everybody in position. Go, 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 go. Once we've got that 5th Army in place, we should have more than enough troops and firepower to punch a hole clean through the enemy lines.
Greif weiter an!
Although, funnily enough, we are punching into Königsberg now. I didn't even authorize that. I guess it's happened anyway, but I certainly didn't authorize it. That's the truth of the matter. I certainly didn't authorize it. And I need more fighters and bombers than I know what to do with. Because otherwise we're going to have problems. Significant problems. Problems of some significance.
Angetreten!
Yeah, we need to gear up.
Bereit!
Lord. What a hell on earth this bloody war is.
Angetreten!
I mean, really?
Befehle?
Talk about an abysmal bloody conflict. I mean, there's just the front and the horrible grinding mess that it's become. There's nothing else in this conflict. There's just the two battlefronts, and that's about it.
Ihre Befehle?
There's no room for nuance. The front's either going one way or the other. There's no grand encirclements. There's no big,
Zeigt es ihnen!
like, decisive thrusts. It's just the grind at the front. And all the hell that entails. The boom and crash of artillery. Constantly shelling.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle!
Good lord. I mean, I'm just stunned at the way in which this war's progressing. How brutally violent it's become. And how they just can't seem to break the stalemate or end it. No matter how hard I try. Jesus. I need to think about this and come back with another way to try and break it. I mean, there is always the old-fashioned just keep throwing our men at the wall until it breaks. But it's got to be a better way than this. There has to be. I need more factories more than anything else. And we need better engines. Some of our final generations of strategic bomber.
Los, los, los!
Now we're just against a brick wall of communism, and they push me, I push them. It's a constant back and forth. And it's just a matter of who's got more bodies to throw into the grinder, me or them. Now, I think I do.
Zeigt es ihnen!
But they just won't break. Okay. Okay, stalemate. There has to be some way round it. Somehow. Got to be something. Well, we've got a new medium airframe, which is nice. Well. Well, may as well stick with the Dorniers. They've been working out well for me so far. No, we don't have sweat wings yet. But oh, very nice. Quad rotating propellers. There you go. Engine supercharger. They want 4 dual remote cannon defense turrets, which we absolutely do have. Better bomb sights. Self-sealing fuel tanks. Dive brakes. A medium pressurized cabin. Wow. There we go. That works. And extra fuel tanks. The Dornier 319, our last piston-engined bomber. Good lord. Okay, so we're at the gates of Königsberg now, so that's something.
Zuhören!
also staring at the Swedes in northern Scandinavia, and the eastern front's just hell. That's a mess I don't want to deal with, if I'm honest. To be fair, I want to build up a massive, overwhelming force and just annihilate them. I want to take a bunch of heavy fighters and just obliterate them. Utterly, completely. Could do the ME-264 with swept wings, actually. That would work. It would be somewhat funny. Probably best to wait for better engines, actually, now I think about it. Well, I can get modern medium airframes, at least. But for modern large, I think I need, yep, I need to complete the American Bomber project. That's fine, though.
Bereit.
Oh my god, they just... The sheer amount of forces they're throwing against that front is just silly. Right, I need to think about this and come back to it probably tomorrow and hope that I can break through. Well, for you guys, that will be, that'll be next week. But for me, it'll be tomorrow. I need to think about how I'm going to break through. So take care, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.